In the Washington Post, Senator Lindsey Graham is quoted as saying that the administration didn't listen to you, that you were against the closing of Guantanamo Bay, and that you were against putting Khalid Sheikh Mohammed on trial in a civilian court. True?
What I said, and I'll say it here, and I've said it before in the paper, so it's not a big secret. If you got this, as the Attorney General has a decision to make on KSM. You also have Guantanamo Bay. To close it, you need to have bipartisanship, of which Senator Graham wanted to be. You have to weigh those equities. Obviously, the Attorney General has other equities to weigh. That is the difficulty, and that's part of what governing is. And I said that, in this case, up to a point I can give my opinion, and I did, in the sense of, given these equities, because they're basically at loggerheads, how do you basically try to weigh them out? Gave my opinion. The Attorney General has to weigh all that and come out with an opinion, as he did.
Was it frustrating, though, that he didn't agree with you?
No. I mean, not frustrating, no. Here's my opinion. But I'm sitting from the Chief of Staff's job, which is, the Chief of Staff's job is, I got to help get the President's directive, closing Guantanamo, done. To do that, you got to put together a bipartisan group to do it, of which Senator Graham is key. He has a view on KSM, and he expressed it. And I said, look, to get what we need done, but that's my perspective. The Attorney General has which is, we all sit in different chairs. You're sitting over here, I'm sitting here. It's a different perspective on things. He has to weigh what he thinks is appropriate for the trial for KSM and integrate and balance out against Guantanamo, also what it means, where do you try this, and how you try it.
Even if it doesn't serve the President's political interests?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the Attorney General is supposed to do. He's supposed to make the right call.
There are a lot of supersized personalities in this administration. How do you handle all the egos? And are you the biggest ego of them all?
Could be, I don't know. I think you have a lot of smart people who've accomplished a lot in their life. And that is, like in everything, Katie, in life, your strength's your weakness. And so the good news is we have a lot of strong personalities, strong ideas with a good track record of success. That can also be, if you don't not manage well, can be the underbelly.
Has it been the underbelly at times here?
There's good days and bad days and everything. And there's good hours and bad hours and everything. There are certain times that it has helped us. You have a Secretary of State today who's in Pakistan. You have a National Security Advisor who is overseas working another issue. You have the Vice President who's been on the phone regularly, as you know, on Iraq, dealing with that crisis. So we have a lot of talent dispersed, handling a lot of different situations. We have also our team right now as we're dealing. Iran hasn't yet responded at this moment of this taping, confirmed in one way or another, on the proposal that the international community has on the table.
Tell me what happened, Rahm, to your middle finger without offending me. Can you show it to me? What happened to your middle finger?
I was working on a meat machine. Those round blades go back and forth, zoom, 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 and was cleaning the blade. I hope nobody had lunch here. And was earning money to go to college. And I'd sliced it deep into the bone, and it was hanging by a thread. And I ended up, with only a doctor's son could do this, wrapping it up, because I was about 3-4 days away from graduation and all the prom parties and all that, and ended up getting a piece of meat stuck underneath. But I also cut through the bone. And I ended up, so you getting okay? You're getting queasy. Okay. We'll be quick here. Obviously, I can't wait for your
attention to detail here.
How about this? I ended up with 5 blood infections, 2 bone infections, gangrene, 7 weeks in the hospital, 105 fever, and was about 1 day away from looking at the other side of the ledger. Is that good enough for you?
That's good enough for me. Let's talk about your desk. It's surprisingly messy today.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it?
Well, it is a little sloppy today.
Because you're a notorious neat freak, and your neat desk is legendary.
Do you know what my father used to joke? Ari and I shared a room. We're 16 months apart to the day, November 29th. March 29th. And he used to joke because our room was such a pigsty that we would wake up in the morning, look for ourselves. That it was such a mess we couldn't. So that was, but then, I don't know, his constant harping about it has made all three boys are a little neurotic about cleanliness.
Meticulous. And in fact, didn't your first grade teacher write a report about you? So this is not a
You really have
late in
done-
life phenomenon.
No, that's true. The first grade teacher wrote that Rahm likes cleanup time even after cleanup.
Did that make you proud?
Well, he likes cleanup even after cleanup time is, I think, the way it's written.
And I think she also said you had a larger-than-life personality, and this
That
was
is
in
right.
first grade?
Wow. Somebody needs to be yelled at for all the research we've done. Yeah, that is true. That I had a larger-than-life personality.
Show
I'm
me
getting
the-
very defensive. Can we move on to another topic? Let's talk
Sure,
healthcare.
Well,
Yeah.
Are you embarrassed?
No.
Are you ever worried that you and this administration are too self-confident and even arrogant in what you're doing?
Well, I mean, you always evaluate what you're doing, and it's one of the things the president's always asked all of us to do. I used to do it myself, and I still do it, which is, are we on the right course? So when you're making a decision, is this the right way? Is this the right call? It's when you have a certainty that you didn't do anything wrong, or that you know the right way and everybody else is wrong, that's the problem. You have to have a sense of conviction, but an ability to evaluate it at all times.
Is bipartisanship really important to you? I mean, you talk about it in your personal relationships, but when it's between winning and reaching out,
Well,
you'll take winning, right?
I don't know. I mean, when I joked with you, some of my Democratic colleagues think I'm too quick to try to strike bipartisan deals.
Tell me a little bit about ballet when you guys were growing up. Your mom had you all take ballet, is that right?
Yeah.
Above the drugstore.
Why?
She always wanted to be a dancer, couldn't be a dancer, so she had to force us to do it.
She thought it would be good for building our character.
And did it?
I don't know.
Were you teased a lot because of it?
What do you think?
Men in tights?
What do you think?
Boys in tights?
Let me
And
say
you
that-
kept it up,
let me
right?
say
But
this.
Zeke dropped
Let me
out?
say this, the drop-off was quite an experience.
Really?
Oh, yeah, well, you had to run up and not be seen, althougugh we dropped it after, I don't know, did about 2 years.
Couple of years, right?
And then when I was playing soccer in high school, and season ends, I don't know, about November-ish, I picked up I picked up ballet to improve my soccer game, and ended up falling in love with ballet and never went back to soccer. They never took it up. It was years later. I don't
So
know how-
you took it, but you didn't stay with it?
No.
Have you ever seen him dance? No.
No,
Yes,
I haven't.
I cannot
haven't.
keep time. I cannot
Trust me.
do anything. Yes.